Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to lesson number 41 in A Course in Miracles. God goes with me wherever I go. Today's idea will eventually overcome completely the sense of loneliness and abandonment all the separated ones experience. Depression is an inevitable consequence of separation. So are anxiety, worry, a deep sense of helplessness, misery, suffering, and intense fear of loss. The separated ones have invented many cures for what they believe is to be the ills of the world. But the one thing they do not do is to question the reality of the problem. Yet its effects cannot be cured because the problem is not real. The idea for today has the power to end all this foolishness forever. And foolishness it is, despite the serious and tragic forms it may take. Deep within you is everything that is perfect, ready to radiate through you and out into the world. It will cure all sorrow and pain and fear and loss because it will heal the mind that thought these things were real and suffered out of its allegiance to them. You can never be deprived of your perfect holiness because its source goes with you wherever you go. You can never suffer because the source of all joy goes with you wherever you go. You can never be alone because the source of all life goes with you wherever you go. Nothing can destroy your peace of mind because God goes with you wherever you go. We understand that you do not believe all this. How could you when the truth is hidden deep within, under a heavy cloud of insane thoughts, dense and obscuring, yet representing all you see? Today we will make our first real attempt to get past this dark and heavy cloud and to go through it to the light beyond. There will only be one long practice period today. In the morning, as soon as you get up if possible, sit quietly for some 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed. At the beginning of the practice period, repeat today's idea very slowly. Then make no effort to think of anything. Try instead to get a sense of turning inward, past all the idle thoughts of the world. Try to enter very deeply into your own mind, keeping it clear of any thoughts that might divert your attention. From time to time, you may repeat the idea if you find it helpful, but most of all, try to sink down and inward, away from the world and all the foolish thoughts of the world. You are trying to reach past all those things. You are trying to leave appearances and approach reality. It is quite possible to reach God. In fact, it is very easy because it is the most natural thing in the world. You might even say it's the only natural thing in the world. The way will open if you believe that it is possible. This exercise can bring very startling results, even the first time it is attempted, and sooner or later, it is always successful. We will go into more detail about this kind of practice as we go along, but it will never fail completely, and instant success is possible. Throughout the day, use today's idea often, repeating it very slowly, preferably with eyes closed. Think of what you are saying, what the words mean. Concentrate on the holiness that they imply about you, on the unfailing companionship that is yours, on the complete protection that surrounds you. You can indeed afford to laugh at fear thoughts, remembering that God goes with you wherever you go. And that's the end of lesson 41. God goes with me wherever I go. Wouldn't it change our life if we understood that God is with us wherever we go? When we have to stand up in front of a crowd of people and give a speech, and if we knew that God were standing with us wherever we go, the confidence that we had would soar. If we were running races, going to a job interview, standing up to speak for ourselves, telling someone the truth about something that we may be afraid about the repercussions for. Isn't it always easier to be able to do something if you know you have a strong support by your side? If we understood that it was God that was always with us, even in our darkest moments, there would be so much less fear and sorrow and loneliness and depression. And you would understand that if you need to process something, you certainly can process it wherever and whenever you needed to. When I think about In the biblical sense, one of Jesus' disciples was, I believe it was Matthew, Peter, Paul, I don't remember. One of them was excommunicated from society and was sent to live alone for the rest of his life. And imagine what it might have been like if he did not believe that Jesus could be with him, that God was with him wherever he went. But it is much easier to know that even alone, even in some kind of solitary confinement, even shipwrecked on an island, you are never alone. It may not be the easiest of situations on the earthly plane, but we always have someone with us to guide us and to help us. So, really see if you can pause your thinking for just a few moments and get that flash of what it feels like to have the peace of God standing next to you, standing with you in all moments. Okay, let's see what Tina Spalding's channelings tell us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know is Jesus. This is the most basic truth you can tell yourself all day long, that you are not alone. I am not alone. God is with me. That thought brings you peace instead of accusing yourself of being stupid, alone, abandoned, hateful, or judgmental. To say, I am never alone, God is with me, is a wonderful gift to give your mind because it connects you to all that is loving. When you align yourself with this knowledge and the truth, you know you are at one with God all the time and never abandoned. You feel wonderful because it is true. Remember, your guidance system responds to truth with positive emotional feedback. It responds to untruth with negative emotional feedback. So if you say, I'm always alone, I've been abandoned, and nobody loves me, you get a strong negative emotional feedback from guidance saying, oh, dear one, you are so wrong. Don't do that to yourself. And you feel bad. You never have been taught the proper interpretation of your emotional guidance system. You feel good when you are on point, when you accurately think in alignment with the truth. The thought that God goes with you wherever you go is one of the most truthful statements with which you can align your mind. God is with you wherever you go because you are a holy son of God. You are a holy child of God, and you are a holy daughter of God. If that is the wording that you would like us to speak, then we will do it for you. I am that one that you know is Jesus, and nothing is more rewarding than to be at peace because you know you are connected to source energy, all that is, and that is the truth. Suicide and depression separate you from truth. You are never separated from God. You can, with your powerful creative minds, believe you are, and so you will suffer. It does not mean it's true. You will never be abandoned, even in death. Even if you attempt suicide, you will not be abandoned. You will be picked up in the arms of the angels, taken home, nurtured, and looked after until you're ready to come down once again to learn the lessons you were unable to learn. I am that one that you know is Jesus. There is all pervasive forgiveness for any errors you make. We want you to understand that truly in every fiber of your being, no matter what you have done, no matter what you have said, no matter what mistakes you have made because of the distortions that you carry in your mind, you always have forgiveness and God is always with you. We will speak to you again tomorrow. I think that lesson speaks for itself, and I'm going to just let that marinate for everyone because those are such important and powerful words. You are never alone, and we will always be able to come back and learn again. And there is nothing we could do that is so evil that we will be abandoned by God. Many blessings today. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.